0%. Chapter 1 became the patriarch of the family, martial arts Blacken. Yan Country. Chinzhou, Zhujiao County, Beimu Town. The Li family is one of the three major families in Beimu Town. 32 years ago, the old man of the Li family came to Beimu Town to work alone. Relying on a powerful horizontal kung fu practice, he has built a big family business. It is famous throughout Beimu Town. At this time, Li Hall. Li Yu has white hair all over her head, and there is not much color on her face, as she sits on the grand teacher's chair. Leaning on a Nanmu cane in his right hand, he has a majesty of his own. In front of him, a translucent light curtain was quietly suspended. There are ancestor, family, chat, transaction, map, reminder, and other icons on the light curtain. Li Yu looked at the family icon. Immediately, the interface expands. Family. Li family. Level 1 star. Air luck. 3 members. 8 people. Li Yu ancestor. Body refining 4th stage, 65 years old. Eldest son. Li Daosu, 2nd generation, body refining 3rd stage. 42 years old, 2nd son. Li Daolong, 2nd generation, body refining 2nd stage. 40 years old eldest daughter. Li Daoyan, 2nd generation, body refining 3rd stage. 37 years old eldest grandson. Li Zimo 3rd generation, body refining 2nd stage. 18 years old Li Zixing 3rd generation, body refining 1st stage. 17 years old Ji grandsons. Li Ziran 3rd generation, body refining 1st stage. 16 years old Li Zihan 3rd generation, not initiation. 13 years old. Fortune. 122 taels of silver. Net income. 15 taels of silver per year. Income 65 taels of silver per year. Expenditure 50 taels of silver per year. Territory. Beimu Town 19%. Martial arts. 13 Taibao Henglian. Hostile. Dwarf bandits come after 9 heavens. It's been a month, and I still haven't made any progress. Li Yu frowned tightly. A month ago, the world has changed dramatically. Billions of people have traveled to Otherworld, and each of them has become an ancestor of a family. But the identity of this ancestor is simply cheating. Not to mention that there is not much left in Shoyuan, the family still has enemies, and they are sharpening their knives and preparing to kill them. Once can't resist, the whole family will definitely die. However, the children and grandchildren did not live up to it, and the 13 Taibao couldn't break through the 4th floor after practicing life and death. He looked at the chat icon. Immediately, 2 brand new icons appear on the light curtain. They are World Channel and Regional Channel. He entered Regional Channel. Look at the extremely conspicuous number 922 in the upper left corner. His eyelids twitched uncontrollably. A month ago. The number is still 1000. On behalf of his regional channel, 1000 people have traveled over and become the ancestors of a family. But now, there are only 922 people left. 1 month time. A total of 78 people died. And look, this is far from the peak. Have you thought of a way? My hostile forces will kill me in 12 days. It's over. Daddy's trembling body, which is struggling to move twice, how can he fight for his life with the body refining 4th stage in his prime? Those rebels, they are all idiots, and they are definitely finished. Ha ha ha, my son has made a breakthrough. He has reached the body refining 4th stage. It's cool. Damn it, those daddies are also rebellious sons. Why didn't they pace the wall back then, and they stayed overnight in brothels at such a critical moment? Upstairs, are you envious? I heard that some people took the initiative to overthrow the hostile forces. How did they do it? Could it be that their family is a dutiful son, but mine is a rebellious son? After 8 days to 20 days, it must be the peak of death. Li Yu was worried. Although the lifespan is not long, it only looks like more than 3 years. But it's better to die than to live. And according to the statement on the reminder interface, as long as the cultivation base breaks through body refining and reaches heavenly origin, life expectancy can be increased by 5 years. The higher the cultivation base will be in the future, the lifespan is also longer. The most urgent task is to get through the immediate crisis first. Short Mountain Bandit, bandit outside Beimu Town, bandit leader, Jahu, body refining 4th stage, good at wielding a big knife, and in his prime. The body refining 4th stage already belongs to the body refining middle stage, and its strength is far superior to that of the body refining 3rd stage. At least 4 body refining 3rd stages need to work together to be on par with body refining 4th stage. But in the family, only Dosu and Duyan are body refining 3rd stage. Not to mention, there are 2 body-refining third-stage masters in the Dwarf Mountain Bandits. He murmured. But no matter how you think about it, their Lee family is definitely no match for the Dwarf Bandits. As for himself, he doesn't need to be counted. After all, the chi and blood are decaying, and you need a cane to walk, so how can you do it? Besides, it's just a matter of borrowing strength. But the other 2 big families in Beimu Town are competitors with their Lee family, and they wish their Lee family could be exterminated by the Short Mountain Bandits. And both of them have backgrounds in the county. They are not afraid of the Dwarf Bandits attacking them. How is it possible to help? Yamen. The Yamen in the town are too weak. They are all veteran soldiers, so they are useless. The county will not care about the affairs of the town below. He thought for a moment, feeling like his head was getting bigger. Thinking about it, the only way is to spend money. But whether it can attract strong foreign aid is still unknown. He just knew it. World channel and regional channel. Many people have taken this path. Some even sold the family business, only to find powerful helpers in exchange for money. But not many are successful. After all, this is a real world. There were many unexpected factors, and many of them were even massacred by the helpers they brought in. But other than this road, there is only one way to run. However, their body and bones simply cannot withstand the exhaustion of boats and cars. Many of the traversers who took this path couldn't take it for a day or 2, and many even fell ill and died of illness. Ding. Your family's martial art, 13 Taibao Henglian, is resentful because no one in your family has broken through the 5th floor for a long time. Blacken was born, and the speed of cultivation has increased by 1,000 times. Quote question mark quote. Li Yu froze, staring dumbfounded at the black interface that popped up in front of her eyes. The 13 Taibao Henglian felt resentful. Blacken. Cultivation speed increased by 1,000 times. What the hell is this? 1%. Chapter 2 I became a peerless genius. Evaluation. I studied it carefully. Li Yu found out. On the top of this tricky surface are the big characters, 13 Taibao Henglian. Below is a circle with a plus sign inside the circle. The line of words just now has shrunk from the middle position and landed at the bottom of the interface. This plus sign. Li Yu's face was strange, and her eyes were focused on it. Immediately, the interface changes. The heads of his children and grandchildren appeared, and there was also a plus sign behind each head. It means you can choose to add family members. Then enjoy Blacken's 13 Taibao horizontal training, and the training speed is increased by 1,000 times. He muttered to himself. Think about it this way. He immediately became excited, diving in the chat channel for a month. He didn't see anyone else owning such a thing. Certainly. It is also possible that the other party deliberately hid it and never revealed it. But unlikely. After all, with billions of people, there are always people who can't help but show off. Try the effect. He took a deep breath to calm down the excitement in his heart. If true, then he will be stable this time around. Reminder: the interface said so. For these ancestors, the cultivation base will be the sum of the cultivation base of all other members of the family. Now in the family, there are 2 body refining third stages, 2 second stages, and 2 first stages. So his cultivation base reaches body refining 4th stage. That is, as long as someone among the descendants breaks through the body refining realm and advances to the heavenly origin realm. Then he can hitch a ride and directly become a heavenly origin realm practitioner, increasing his lifespan by 5 years. So the most important task for the ancestors, it is to cultivate the descendants of the family. As for myself, chi and blood decay, walking trembling, what do you want to practice? Come on, call Dao Su to the training ground. He looked outside the door of the hall and gave a loud drink. Yes, sir. The servant waiting outside the door hurriedly took orders and trotted to find someone. And a maid also trotted in, helping Li Yu to go to the training ground. Ancestor. Li Yu. Life. 3 years, 2 months and 6 days. Cultivation base. Body refining 4th stage, chi and blood decay. Martial arts. 13 Taibao Henglian, the 4th floor. Sitting on the training ground, the eldest son Li Daosu has not come yet. Li Yu had nothing to do, and glanced at the ancestor interface, which is the own information. Usually, he rarely looks at this interface. After all, the lifespan displayed on it was decreasing day by day, just like a reminder, which made him panic. Seeing is blind. To survive the crisis of this wave of dwarf bandits, we must cultivate a descendant of heavenly origin realm before the longevity is exhausted. He whispered in his heart. If it was before, this probably made him despair. None of the children and grandchildren in the family are well qualified. Stop talking about heavenly origin realm. It is hard to say whether you can reach the body refining fourth stage in this life. Body refining fourth stage. In the area of Beimu town, it is the level of carrying the handle. If you can reach the family, you will not decline, and you will have food and drink for a lifetime. No one in heavenly origin realm dared to think about it. Father. At this time, a middle-aged man with a simple and honest appearance came from a distance, saluted and called. Looking at the middle-aged man in front of her, Liu felt a little complicated in her heart. Once through, he turned out to be someone else's father. Such a person who could be his father in the previous life became his son. It's really weird, but for a month, he also slowly got used to it. It would be nice to have more sons and daughters and grandchildren who are cheaper. It's just this stepping into the old life ahead of time, which is a bit awkward. Can Kung Fu improve? Li Yu made a sound. Not yet. Li Daosu clenched his fist and said in pain. There are many bloodshot eyes in his eyes. Since the investigation found that the dwarf mountain bandit was ready to attack their Li family. As the eldest son of Li, he felt great pressure. Father is old and can't fight anymore. The three of them, brother and sister, had to break through to the body refining fourth stage, so that the dwarf mountain bandits would retreat and the family would be saved. But no matter how he practices, none of the martial arts moved at all. You are practicing here, I will watch. Li Yu ordered. He was also full of expectations. Whether it is true or not will be revealed soon. If it really increased the cultivation speed by 1,000 times, it would be obvious. 1 day of practice is equivalent to 1,000 days of usual practice. If 1,000 days of hard work are condensed into 1 day, even dogs will feel it. Yes, Li Daosu said honestly. As usual, father often imitates them in this way. He straightened up and took a deep breath. He punched out suddenly, and roared in his mouth, like a tiger howling in a forest. Turn your fist into your palm, and press down hard. His knees followed horse stance's height, his veins bulged, and he punched again. Withdraw your palms, lift your hands upwards, palms forward, and then forcefully chop down from both sides. After a while, Li Daosu was stunned. He could feel a warm current coming from his body, flowing through his limbs and bones, tempering his muscles, bones and membranes. The body is getting stronger at a perceivable speed. This feeling, never before. What happened? Could it be that he is actually a peerless genius? Dusty in the past, now awakened. He was intoxicated and immersed in the practice of the 13 Teibao's horizontal training, and he had never felt so happy before. 1%. Chapter 3 Acceleration by 1,000 times, a breakthrough in cultivation. It is true. Li Yu smiled, her heart was completely filled with joy. Seeing the expression on the elder son's face, he knew it was true. The 13 Teibao horizontal training is really Blacken. Just add the family members to the another world of the 13 Teibao's tricks. You can get the Blacken effect, and your training speed will increase by 1,000 times. Ha ha ha, you don't have to wait for Aoshan to kill him, I'm going to kill him first. He was excited. Without hesitation, he also called his second son, Li Daolong, and his eldest daughter, Li Daoyan. Also let them practice in front of them. As for the third generation, still young, wait until the dwarf mountain bandits are destroyed before adding them. Midnight. On the training ground, Li Daosu let out a long and joyful whistle, and his bones cracked all over his body. Muscle, bone, membrane, flesh and bone instantly become stronger. Directly promoted the 13th Teibao Henglian Kung Fu from the 3rd floor to the 4th floor. Martial Dao cultivation base is also promoted to body refining 4th stage. The fatigue on the eyes was swept away. The whole person appears to be in high spirits, with vigor and vigor. Breakthrough. I actually broke through. He looked at own hands, with tears and smiles on his face. The long-term pressure almost bent the waist of this big man. It's finally all right now. All the pressure in my heart is gone. And on the side, brothers and sisters Li Daolong and Li Daoyan also suddenly woke up. They looked at Dage and knew what was going on. I am very happy in my heart. Dage, do you think that the effect of cultivation is very fast, so you made a breakthrough? The second child, Li Daolong, had a temper and asked quickly. Could it be that you also? Li Daosu looked at little brother little sister in astonishment. Some can't react. Could it be that he had awakened the peerless talent, and there was something else going on in it? My cultivation speed has increased a lot, and I feel like I can break through soon. Li Daolong whispered excitedly. Me too. Li Deyian nodded. The three looked at each other. All eyes looked in the direction of the father's yard. It was the father who summoned them to practice. Could it be that the old man used some method to suddenly increase their cultivation speed? This matter is forbidden. Absolutely don't pass it on. After a moment of silence, the boss Li Dao said solemnly. I understand, Dage, rest assured. Li Daolong nodded quickly. People who are almost 40 naturally know the seriousness. Well, Dage, don't worry. Li Deyian said. Her eyes were full of joy. This powerful speed visible to the naked eye. It simply fascinates her. She feels like it won't take 3 days. You can break through by yourself and become a strong person in body refining 4th stage. He glanced at Dage, who had broken through. When the time comes, the dwarf mountain bandits. Killing intent boiled in her heart. Among the 3 brothers and sisters, the boss, Li Daosu, is honest and steady. The second child, Li Daolong, has a detached personality. And she has the coldest personality, killing a lot. Cultivate hard, don't let your father down. Li Daosu said in a deep voice. Li Daolong and Li Daoyan nodded solemnly. Hint. Li Daosu's 13th Taibao horizontal training was promoted to the 4th floor, and cultivation base was promoted to body refining 4th stage. Hint. Li Daoyan's 13th Taibao horizontal training was promoted to the 4th floor, and cultivation base was promoted to body refining 4th stage. Hint. Li Daolong's 13th Taibao horizontal training was promoted to the 3rd floor, and cultivation base was promoted to body refining 3rd stage. Hint. Li Daosu's 13th Taibao horizontal training was promoted to the 5th floor, and cultivation base was promoted to body refining 5th stage. 6 days later, Li Yu sat on the Grand Master's chair in the hall. Looking at the 4 messages on the prompt interface, the corner of his mouth was full of smiles. This martial arts Blacken is amazing. The 3 people who didn't know it would take several years to break through, but they all broke through in a short period of time, one after another. And in just 6 days, the eldest son Li Daosu broke through twice. But the qualifications of the 3 of them are really bad. 1,000 times faster. Daolong and Daoyan have practiced for 3 days before breaking through. Doesn't this mean that if there is no acceleration, it will take 8 or 9 years to break through? And it may not be possible to break through. After all, after 8 or 9 years, the vitality and blood will start to decline. He shook his head, shocked by the difference in aptitude between the 3 of them. The eldest son Dao Su's breakthrough that night is probably related to pressure. Stress is a good thing. If there is no such pressure, it is estimated that it will not be much different from Daolong and Daoyan. But think of the chat channel. Most of the information revealed by the rest of the people is similar to him. His mind is also balanced. Except for a few ancestors who have talented sons. Most of them are also bad sons of talent. Father. At this time, the eldest son, Li Daosu, came from outside the hall with uncontrollable anger on his face. What's wrong? Li Yu asked. The dwarf bandit smashed the restaurant to the east of us. Li Daosu clenched his fist and said angrily. The 3 major families in Beimu town each own 3 businesses, restaurants, cloth, and grain. What the Li family controls is the restaurant business. There are 2 restaurants in Beimu town. Li's income basically depends on these 2 restaurants. A room was smashed. This cut off half of their Li family's financial resources. When Li Yu heard this, her eyes narrowed. If it was originally, he would definitely choose to swallow his anger and dare not provoke him, for fear that the dwarf mountain bandits would kill him in advance. But now, I already have a body refining 5th stage and a body refining 4th stage at home. What else is he afraid of? Have you caught anyone? He said coldly. The 3rd sister captured her. It was the son of the 3rd leader of the dwarf mountain bandit who led a few people to do it. Li Daosu nodded, looked at his father, and waited for his father's order. Send a message to the short mountain bandits, and ask them to come and bring compensation with the 3rd leader. Li Yu pondered for a moment, and ordered. Although his strength should be far superior to that of the dwarf mountain bandits, he still decided to play it safe. By the time, Li Daosu's eyes lit up. When it comes, kill it. Li Yu's voice was flat, as if there was no trace of murderous intent. But the content of the words made people shudder. Yes, Li Daosu's eyes lit up, and he strode away. He knew what his father meant. First lure and kill the third leader of the Aocean pirates to weaken the strength of the Aocean pirates. Then wipe out the dwarf bandit in one fell swoop. 1%. Chapter 4 Lead the enemy to come, kill. Seeking flower evaluation. Dwarf Hills. This is a hill outside Beimu town, less than 5 miles away. Actually, there are many hills outside Beimu town. However, because a group of fierce bandits came to the short mountain, this mountain became famous. What? Ask Daddy to bring the compensation to get someone. The Lee family will be ashamed after eating the bear's heart and leopard. On the Jui Hall, the swarthy, dark-skinned third head of the family, Luo Bao, was furious. He grabbed the messenger boy by the collar and lifted them up, full of anger. 3. The third head of the family, that's what the lady of the Lee family said. The little guy was about to pee out of fright, trembling, his face was pale. Girls, is it Li Deyin? It's really courting death. I'm going to tie her up and keep her as a dog. Luo Bao grimly said. He suddenly turned his head and looked up, suppressing his anger. Dage, how long are you going to wait? The Li family dared to arrest my son and asked me to bring compensation. This is clearly not Dage to put in one's eyes. The first position in the Jui Hall. Jahu's face was gloomy. He is a one-eyed dragon with a bare upper body, muscular, and a standard bandit leader. Second, are those weapons ready? He didn't answer Luo Bao, but looked down at the first person sitting on the left. This person is thin and thin, dressed as a scholar, with a gloomy face, holding an iron fan. It's also a standard robber's second-in-command appearance. At least 2 more days. Tian Ren shook his head. They were waiting for that batch of weapons. After all, the Li family has settled in Beimu town for decades. In addition to the direct descendants of the Li family, there are also more than a dozen people in the family nursing home. Without these weapons, their casualties must have been much higher. Second, third, you go together and bring him back first. 2 days later, the Li family was wiped out in one fell swoop, and the mother and daughter Li Daoyan were tied up and sent to my nephew to vent my anger. In addition, we must keep an eye on the Li family, and don't let them run away early. Jahu's one eye was full of murderous intent. Good. Luo Bao nodded heavily, with a grin on his face. Listen to Dage. The second master Tian Ren cupped fist. Li Daoyan captured Luo Bao's son. Do you want Luo Bao to come and redeem him in person? Beimu town. The other two, the Su family, who controlled the cloth business, and the Lu family, who controlled the grain business, were all astonished. Hearing this news was shocking. I have no idea what the Li family is going to do. He was already facing the catastrophe of genocide that the short mountain bandits could come at any time. Don't want to think about how to resolve it, but want to anger the dwarf bandit. Is this too long? Or broken cans? Or are you going to vent your aggrieved heart, and then run away? Both of them quickly dispatched their staff to pay close attention to the situation. Bitch, you dare to tie me up. Do you know who I am? When my father comes, I want your life to be worse than death. Bitch, let me go. Li's front yard. A young man was tied to the post, struggling and cursing nonstop, with undisguised anger in his eyes. Li Deyin stood in front of him expressionlessly. He slapped the young man hard on the face. Immediately his face was full of peach blossoms, and his 2 teeth were knocked out. You stinky bitch. The young man froze for a moment, then cursed again, his face contorted. Li Deyin still didn't speak. Slap again. You. Another slap. Slap again. Woo 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 woo. The young man looked at Li Daoyan with horror in his eyes, with tears and snot all over his face. When had he ever been treated like this? I didn't dare to say a word anymore. Sitting aside, Li Daosu frowned. He actually is not worried about the little robber. Rather, he feels a little helpless about his little sister character. Extreme, ruthless, stubborn. Even if he is Dage, he can't speak well a lot of the time. Only Dad can make sense of this little sister. Not long. A servant ran over and whispered a few words in his ear. A smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. There were unexpected gains. What's wrong? Li Deyin asked while wiping the blood off her hands with a handkerchief. Not only Luo Bao is here, but Tian Ren is also here. Li Daosu smiled. Unexpectedly, this waste is not insignificant. Li Daoyan left the bloody handkerchief on the ground, glanced at the little robber full of fear, and raised her eyebrows. Attracted the 2 masters of the dwarf mountain bandits. This is really a good thing for them. Except for 2 people. It's like cutting off Jiahu's wings, and then crushing the dwarf mountain bandits. It will get twice the result with half the effort. Half an hour passed. Outside the open door, headed by Tian Ren and Luo Bao, a group of more than a dozen people walked forward holding weapons. Many people nearby watched furtively, their faces turning pale. Dwarf bandits. But there are the most vicious bandits outside Beimu town. Killing people is worthless. Who is not afraid of people from all over the world in Beimu town? Li Duyan, you dare to hit my son. Suddenly, seeing that his son was tied to a pillar, and his face was swollen like a pig's head. Luo Bao, the third master of the dwarf mountain bandits, was suddenly furious, his eyes turned red. He is such a son. I have never been reluctant to fight myself. Now he was beaten like this. Li Duyan, I'm going to kill you. He roared. The whole person rushed directly towards Li Daoyan, slashing down fiercely with the big knife in his hand. The momentum is imminent. 2%. Chapter 5. Remember to take away the ashes too. Damn it. Tian Ren cursed and hurried up to help. He really didn't expect it. Li Daoyan is so ruthless, she doesn't give them face at all. Just beat Luo Bao's son like this. But he wasn't worried either. He knows exactly what strength the Li family has. That's the trouble with Li Dosu and Li Duyan's body refining third stage. And he and Luo Bao are also body refining third stage. Even if the minions are not as good as the rest of the Li family, they won't suffer much. Let's fight for a while, wait for Luo Bao to calm down a little later, and then stop to negotiate. As for the old man of the Li family, Dage was a little apprehensive, but he wasn't afraid at all. What about body refining fourth stage? Ask him to say. Dage was just too cautious and too afraid of death. Otherwise, Dage brought them directly to kill, and the Li family would have been gone long ago. The iron fan in his hand went straight to Li Daosu, who was at the side. His mission is to stop Li Daosu. As for that girl Li Daoyan, the third child can naturally deal with it. But, suddenly there was a loud bang. I saw screaming and rushing forward, the ferocious third master Luo Bao. He flew back straight upside down, a large piece of his chest collapsed, blood spurted from his mouth and nose, and his face was full of horror. And Li Daoyan's eyes were sharp, and his palms were light blue and black, following him like a shadow. Boom. There was another shock. Li Daoyan separated the big knife in Luo Bao's hand with her left hand, and once again slapped Luo Bao's chest fiercely with her right hand. Click. The dense sound of bone breaking sounded, making one's hair stand on end. You broke through. I'm not reconciled. Luo Bao looked at Li Daoyan with wide eyes in disbelief, and fell to the ground, dying of breathlessness. He couldn't possibly think of it. Li Daoyan is no longer body refining third stage. It's body refining fourth stage. Unprepared, he was directly killed in 3 or 2 rounds. Breakthrough. Body refining fourth stage. Tian Ren shuddered and his face changed drastically. He could no longer care about Li Daosu, who was already standing in front of him, and was about to retreat immediately. But a hand grabbed him very quickly. A fierce force made him unable to stand still. Li Daosu's face was cold. He punched Tian Ren in the chest. You also broke through. How can it be? Feeling the almost irresistible force, Tian Ren let out a horrified cry. He tried his best to resist Li Daosu's attack with the iron fan in his hand. But Li Daosu is the body refining 5th stage. A full 2 realms higher than him. He was caught off guard again. How can it be compared to Li Daosu, who is ready to go? Boom. The iron fan was blown away by the fist and hit Tian Ren's chest directly. Die. Li Daosu shouted angrily. His black hair fluttered all over his head, and he couldn't see his usual honesty and calmness at all. He punched again with his left hand. It directly hit Tian Ren's chest, who was screaming and no longer able to resist. Boom. Bones burst. Tian Ren's eyeballs seemed to protrude, and he flew straight out. When he fell to the ground, he had exhausted more air and received less air. Bright red blood splattered on the ground. Kill them all. I didn't look at Tian Ren, who was dying. Li Daosu suddenly turned his head to look at the 12 bandits who were stunned by the scene in front of them, and ordered coldly. At the same time strode forward. With 1 punch and 1 kick, the 2 bandits were sent flying. Kill. A team of family guards rushed in from outside the mansion, led by the second son Li Daolong. He directly slashed and killed the bandits who had realized what had happened and fled around in horror. Less than a quarter of an hour. There was blood all over the front yard, and dead bodies were everywhere. All the bandits were left, all dead. The second one will take care of the rest. I'll go see my father. Lee Daosu took a deep breath and ordered calmly. Killing so many people for the first time. He was really uncomfortable, looking at little sister, who was still cold and stern, with a little bit of excitement in her eyes. He shook his head. Turn around and leave. Kill them all. Li Yu sat on the teacher's chair and said calmly. Kill them all, including Tian Ren and Luo Bao. Li Daosu's voice was calm. Very good, Li Yu said with satisfaction. This family's martial arts is Blacken, but it's different. Anyhow, it broke the crisis that might have been fatal. Since Luo Bao and Tian Ren are dead, there was a look of coldness in his eyes. Then the dwarf mountain bandits will be wiped out completely. Li Dusu body refining 5th stage, Li Deyan body refining 4th stage. It is absolutely foolproof against a body refining 4th stage with its wings clipped. Not to mention, the two practiced the 13 Teibao's horizontal kung fu, and their strength and defense were astonishing. Yes, father, Li Daosu said, cupped fist in a low voice, with a look of excitement in his eyes. Turn around and leave, but Li Yu suddenly said. Correct. Remember to burn all the enemy's corpses, and the ashes will also be thrown away. Yes, Li Daosu froze for a moment, not quite understanding the meaning. But you must listen to what your father said. Shortly after, the two brothers and sisters Li Daosu and Li Daoyan led 15 guards. Go straight out of Beimu town and head towards the dwarf mountain 5 miles away. 2%. Chapter 6. The third generation enters the list. The town shakes. Seeking flower evaluation. In the hall of the Li family, Li Yu looked at the names of the 4 third generations in the family interface and fell into deep thought. The 13th Teibao practiced Kung Fu Blacken horizontally, and the speed of practice increased by 1,000 times. This benefit, of course, it cannot be enjoyed only by the 2nd generation. The 3rd generation is younger, more active and energetic. This should also be vigorously cultivated. After all, there are only a few people in the whole family. One counts as one, and it must not be left behind. I don't know how this panel is calculated. Are the daughter-in-law and son-in-law not my Li family? He muttered something. In his current status, his wife passed away more than 10 years ago. And the memory he received was also extremely simple. It's as simple as condensing a 2-hour movie into 5 minutes. He has no impression of what his wife looks like. But the wives of the eldest and second sons were in the family. The daughter's son-in-law who came to the door was also there. They are all honest people. But it is not in the statistics of the panel. Otherwise, he can have a few more members in the Li family, and he can enjoy the effect of the 13 Teibao's horizontal training of Blacken. This effect, if you give it to a pig, you will definitely be able to practice well. He can also enjoy the cultivation achievements of several clansmen. 3rd generation, let them find out for themselves. It's best to think that I'm talented, so that I won't slip up. He pondered for a moment, then whispered to himself softly. The 2nd generation is calm, which can let them know that own exists behind it. 3rd generation, what if you slip up? After all, they are teenagers. It's better to let them feel that they are outstanding talents. Even if you slip up, it doesn't matter. Who is not allowed to produce a few teenagers with outstanding talents? Think here. He no longer hesitated. Directly in another world where the 13 Teibao practice Kung Fu horizontally. Add Li Zimo, Li Zixing, Li Ziran, and Li Zihan to it. Li Zimo and Li Ziran are the 2 sons of the eldest son Li Daosu. Li Zixing is the son of the second brother Li Daolong. Li Zihan is the daughter of Li Deyan. Tian Ren, the second head of the Aocean Pirates, and Luo Bao, the third head, brought a dozen people into Li's house. Didn't come out again. Su family hall. Old Master Su frowned, his eyes full of doubts. Not to say, did Li Deyan arrest Luo Bao's son? According to reason, it doesn't matter whether it's a deal breakup or a deal. The short mountain bandits and their party should all come out of the Li family soon. Father, urgent news. Brothers and sisters Li Daosu and Li Daoyan rode out of the town with their servants and guards, and they went directly to the short mountain. At this time, the boss of the Su family, Su Nanyan, ran over in a hurry and said anxiously. What? They went straight to the low hills. Did you see Tian Ren and Luo Bao? Old Master Su stood up all of a sudden, his complexion changed. Although he has not read any books. But the Su family was brought up by him alone, so his brain can't be slow. What did the Li Daosu brothers and sisters go to Aishan? He didn't think he was going to surrender. Since it is not a surrender. His eyelids twitched, and he didn't dare to think about it. Did not see. But someone saw. After Tian Ren and Luo Bao entered the Li family, Li Daolong, the second son of the Li family, rushed in with his family guards from outside the door, armed with weapons. Su Nanyan answered quickly. Looks like there's a big problem. Old Master Su took a deep breath, sat down slowly again, his eyes flickered. I'm afraid Tian Ren and Luo Bao are already dead. Brothers and sisters Li Daosu and Li Daoyan are going to go to the short mountain and kill Jiahu. Su Nanyan was shocked and exclaimed. Could it be Li Daosu or Li Daoyan, who broke through? It should be. Old Master Su leaned on the Grand Teacher's chair, slightly closing his eyes. How could I suddenly be promoted to body refining 4th stage? Su Nanyan's face was gloomy. There are 3 families in Beimu town. Each has a body refining 4th stage. It's just that the situation is the same. They are all inactive, and the middle and young generations have the most body refining 3rd stage realm. And now, in the young generation of the Li family, someone actually made a breakthrough first. The Lu family on the other side also got the news. But none of them can do anything about it. 1 body refining 4th stage is like 4 body refining 3rd stages. The force of the Li family already surpassed them. Now, they can only wait for the Li Daosu brothers and sisters to go to the short mountain. Big, the head of the big family is not good. The Li family is coming. On the dwarf hill, a young man rushed into the Jui hall in a frenzy, with a face full of horror, crying on the ground with tears running down his face. The Li family. I haven't gone to them yet, they came first. It seems that the 2 trash, the second and the third, are dead. On the theme, Jiahu's one eye was flashing with violence, and his face was fierce. He grabbed the 9-ringed broadsword in his hand, and walked towards the gate of the Jui hall in a hurry. The 6 or 7 small bosses who were originally sitting in the living room stood up screaming and greeted the 18 generations of the ancestors of the Li family. But then, 2 young people screamed and flew in from outside the Jui hall. The sternum collapsed. Obviously it was directly beaten in by someone with a heavy hand. Court death. Do you think you can fight me if you break through? Jiahu's one-eyed eyes were bloodshot, and the muscles in his body swelled, and he slashed out with the 9-ringed saber in his hand. The air seemed to be torn apart, and there was a whistling sound of woohoo. 3%. Chapter 7 New Martial Art, 5 Tigers Breaking Door Knife. Jiahu, you have bullied my Li family for many days. Today, I will kill you here. Tread. Li Daosu's figure appeared at the door of Jui Hall, with thick black hair and eyes like lightning. The punch flashed blue and black, as if it was made of gold and iron. Hit hard on the side of the 9-ringed sword. Although he came late, he came first. The 13 Taibao Henglian combines 13 kinds of martial arts. Iron head, iron arm, iron elbow, iron fist, iron palm, iron finger, iron knee, iron leg, iron crotch, iron throat, iron back, iron shoulder, iron cloth. This kind of martial arts is hard to cultivate and difficult to advance. But as long as the promotion, both strength and defense far exceed the same rank. The strength is more than 1 step stronger than the same rank practitioner. With his current body refining 5th stage realm, he is comparable to a body refining 6th stage practitioner. With 1 punch, the air seemed to explode. Boom. With a loud noise, Jiahu's complexion changed dramatically. His right hand holding the knife was swung away by a huge force, the 9-ringed knife flew up, the tiger's mouth burst open, and blood flowed out. You are not body refining 4th stage. You are the 13 Taibao who have trained to the 5th floor. His eyeballs seemed to burst open, and he looked at Li Daosu in horror, as if he had seen a ghost. How can it be? Didn't Li Daosu only have body refining 3rd stage realm before? In an instant, it became body refining 5th stage. His scalp was so numb that it was about to split. Body refining 5th stage. It is still the 13 Taibao who practice this kind of high-level foreign kung fu martial arts. Almost didn't even think about it. He was about to retreat violently and escape from the back door of the Jui Hall. The strength of the opponent. It's not something he can fight at all. Don't escape. Waiting to be killed. Want to escape. Have you asked me? Li Daosu's eyes were cold, and his skin seemed to have a bit of bluish-black tinge, which was a manifestation of his extreme skill. Boom. The iron leg kung fu broke out completely, and the floor under his feet shattered and exploded. He rushed out, his black hair flying. The speed was so fast that he was standing in front of Jiahu in a blink of an eye. A finger stabbed out, like a sharp sword stabbing out. The air vibrated, the airflow was pierced, and there was a piercing whistling sound. Ah! Jahu roared, his one eye was full of madness. There is no escape. The opponent's cultivation base is far better than him, and the speed is also better than him. He stared at the green and black fingers stabbed. The veins in his hands swelled up like earthworms, and he grabbed them fiercely. It is better to cut off one finger than to hurt his 10 fingers. He wants to break off Lee Deosu's finger. But he still underestimated the horror of the 13 Taibao horizontal training reaching the 5th level. His hands just touched Lee Deosu's fingers. It was directly shaken away. Boom. His fingers were like iron guns, stabbing at Jahu's chest and heart. Jahu opened his mouth as if to say something, but his heart was pierced, and he died in just one breath. Bang! The corpse fell to the ground, its eyes were wide open, and it was unrepentant. The boss is dead. Run away. The boss was killed. Seeing this scene, the little bosses and minions all lost their souls and ran around in terror. But Lee Deosu, Lee Daoyan brothers and sisters, and the 15 servants and guards they brought frantically chased and killed him. It is estimated that less than 1 out of 10 can escape in the end. Reminder. Defeat the hostile bandits in advance, and get a reward, human level top grade martial arts, saber technique. Hint. The 15th player in this area breaks through the hostile forces and gets a reward, Forging Pill 5. Lee Hall. Lee Yu looked at the 2 messages that popped up, with a smile on the corner of his mouth. It appears that things are going well. Nothing happened. He flipped it over with his hand. Suddenly, a cheat book with a bit of a vicious aura appeared out of thin air in his hand. The 4 big characters, 5 tigers broken door, above seem to make people feel. Those are the 5 extremely ferocious tigers, which are opening their bloody mouths to devour everything. What a ferocious saber technique. Li Yu's eyes lit up. This is exactly what their Li family lacks. 13 Taibao's horizontal kung fu is very strong, and it combines 13 kinds of external skills. But this martial art, in the final analysis, body training is still the main thing. It is martial arts for cultivation, not combat martial arts. And the 5 tigers break the door saber technique. This is the real combat martial art. Human-level combat martial arts. Combined with the great strength of the 13 Taibao's horizontal training. The strength that can be exerted must be stronger. He was very satisfied. Hint. The hostile forces have changed, please check. Hint. The Aishan Bandit is a bandit organization released by the 5th Mountain Master of the 7 Mountains Association, in Bayan County to collect money. If you eradicate the Aishan Bandit, you will definitely attract the attention of the 5th Mountain Lord of the 7 Mountains Association. Reminder. If you completely occupy Beimu Town, you can be promoted to a 2-star family and open the trade interface. 3%. Chapter 8 The Second Hostile Force, Amazing Harvest. 7 Mountains Club. Li Yu's face was calm, and there was no surprise. From the World Chat channel. He already knew. After eradicating the first hostile force, a second hostile force will pop up soon. These ancestors, we are faced with the pressure of survival all the time. Not only is there no longevity, but the most important thing is that there are enemies. It's just that the hostile forces turned into the Kashan society, which surprised him somewhat. This force, he had heard of it for a month. Beimu Town is one of the 7 towns under Bayan County. Bayan County has a population of more than 400,000, and it is a fairly prosperous county in the entire Zhujiao County. And in Bayan County, the population exceeds 200,000. Such a large population naturally breeds a large number of forces. 7 Mountains Club is one of them. It is one of the strongest forces in Bayan County. There are even 7 mountain peaks outside the city, and the gate of the 7 Mountain Society is established to recruit disciples. Call. He looked at the family interface. Family. Li family. Level. 1 star. Air luck. 3. Members. 8 people. Li Yu grandfather. Body refining 5th stage. 65 years old eldest son. Li Deosu 2nd generation. Body refining 5th stage. 42 years old 2nd son. Li Daolong 2nd generation. Body refining 3rd stage. 40 years old eldest daughter. Li Daoyan 2nd generation. Body refining 4th stage. 37 years old eldest grandson. Li Zimo 3rd generation. Body refining 2nd stage. 18 years old Li Zixing 3rd generation. Body refining 1st stage. 17 years old Ji grandsons. Li Ziran 3rd generation. Body refining 1st stage. 16 years old Li Zihan 3rd generation. Not initiation. 13 years old. Fortune. 122 Tails of Silver. Net income. 15 taels of silver per year. Income 65 taels of silver per year. Expenditure 50 taels of silver per year. Territory. Beimu Town 19%. Martial arts. 13 Taibao Henglian. Hostel. 7 Mountains Association. After 35 days, the 5th mountain leader of the 7 Mountains Association will send people to Beimu Town. In 35 days, he tapped lightly on the armrest of the Taishi chair. Although I don't know why, the other party's reaction is so slow. But this is an extremely important time. For other ancestors. Even if there are 5 forging pills, I am afraid that it will not be able to increase too much strength in a month. But his Li family is different. The 13 Taibao practiced Kung Fu Blacken. 1,000 times the speed of practice. 35 days is equivalent to more than 90 years of cultivation time. Such a long time. Even if a pig goes to practice, it will not be weak. Take control of Beimu Town first. Let's go find out the bottom of the 7 Mountains Club. Other ancestors may have to find a way to deal with the second hostile force in a month's time to delay time. But my Li family. There was a gleam in his eyes. I didn't think about it anymore. He held 5 Tigers' broken door knife in his hand and studied it carefully. Now, he is already the cultivation base of body refining 5th stage. Although it was still in a state of chi and blood decay, it was much better than the previous state of trembling and crutches. At least I can walk freely without crutches. It is no problem to practice 5 Tigers' broken door knife. I don't know if 5 Tigers' broken door will be Blacken. He muttered in his heart. But whether it will be Blacken or not, you have to turn 5 Tigers' broken door knife into family martial arts to know. And family martial arts, only 1/3 of the family members have learned this martial art. To be recognized by the panel as family martial arts. At this point, reminder there are instructions on the interface. Father, the dwarf mountain bandit has been destroyed. Evening, Li Daosu and Li Daoyan returned and reported to Dad in the hall. Both of them had a look of excitement on their faces. The second child, Li Daolong, was also beaming. Finally got rid of the sharp sword hanging above his head. Well done. Li Yu smiled and did not hesitate to praise her. As a father, you can't just be strict, but it's necessary to praise the children appropriately. Father, these are harvested from the dwarf mountain bandits. After this action, Li Daosu appeared more calm, pointing to the 5 boxes in the hall. Open. Li Yu raised her eyes to signal. He is still very interested in these. The Li family is just a family in a small town. Relying on 2 restaurants, life, it is still very difficult on weekdays. In the past, even the medicated bath needed to practice the 13 Taibao horizontal Kung Fu can't guarantee 1/3 of the weight. Otherwise, in fact, the 2 brothers and sisters Li Dosu and Li Duyan should have been promoted to body refining 4th stage before. But what can I do without money? Poor culture and rich martial arts. Therefore, any family that practiced martial arts did not regard money as dung. The box opens. One of the boxes is all silver. There are at least 500 taels in the box. The box next to it is full of jewelry and other things, but not many. And seeing the 3rd and 4th boxes, Li Yu's gaze suddenly froze. Knife. Refined iron long knife. 2 boxes full, more than 30 handles. However, none of them have been sharpened yet, but this does not hinder the sharp chill in the slightest. What will Kashan do? Create so many swallow knives. He muttered to himself. 3%. Chapter 9. The strength of the family is increasing rapidly. Yan Dao. This is the standard knife in the Yan State Army. Private forging is not allowed among the people. Because the design of the Yan Dao is a big sword, nearly 2 meters long, with a thick back with a blood groove. This kind of big knife is generally not suitable for Zhonghu practitioner. At the beginning of the design, it was for the use of soldiers in the army. A group of soldiers stood in a row, and Yan Dao slashed out simultaneously with all its strength. That scene was extremely terrifying. Take this batch of knives secretly to the blacksmith. Think about it. Li Yu ordered. This batch of swallow knives is a good thing. His ancestors' road to survival is far from over. Who knows what will happen after dealing with the 7 Mountains Club? As far as he knows. In recent years, the throne of Yan Kingdom has been replaced frequently, and the authority and prestige of the king has declined rapidly. Certainly, he was in a small Beimu town, so he couldn't see things clearly. But as a time traveler, according to some news, he can deduce the general trend of the world in 1 or 2 days, and he thinks it can still be 3 or 4 points accurate. And these gave him a very strong signal. The troubled times of the Yan kingdom are approaching. So, he felt that he should also make some plans in advance. For example, train some private soldiers. Father wants to. Li Daosu was startled and hesitated. The country of Yan may be in chaos, and our Li family should also make some preparations. Remember to keep it secret, Li Yu said calmly. After a pause, he looked at his daughter Li Daoyan. Daoyan, you are responsible for recruiting a group of servants and guards, and from among them, select 30 loyal and strong people. These 30 people are under your command and trained as an army. Come to Udage for money. The daughter has an extreme and cold personality. It's just right to be in charge of the family's private soldiers. Certainly, there is no leadership ability, but the number of 30 people does not require any leadership ability. Yes, Li Daoyan showed a touch of excitement in her eyes, and nodded. This is the top-grade human-level martial art, 5 Tigers Broken Door Knife. You brothers and sisters take it and learn it as soon as possible. Li Yu took out the 5 Tigers Broken Door Knife cheat book, handed it to his eldest son Li Daosu, and said. He has initiated himself. Most combat martial arts. Initiation is not difficult. Combat martial arts according to the degree of control. It can be divided into 6 levels. Initiation, Mastery, Shaocheng, Great Completion, Return to Origin, and Perfection. But initiation is easy, mastery is difficult. Not to mention Shaocheng, Great Completion and so on. Human-level high-grade martial arts. The 3 brothers and sisters' eyes lit up immediately, and their breathing became short of breath. They are not ignorant. Human-level high-grade martial arts, even if it is placed in the county, it is also a first-class advanced martial arts. Those big powers in the county should be treated as secrets that cannot be passed on. Certainly, the 13 Teibao's practice of this extremely difficult external skill is different. Although this external skill is also a top-rank human rank. But it is not rare, many factions have collections. But there are very few practitioners. And the 5 Tigers Broken Door Knife, in front of me. It is a powerful saber technique. The 3 of them were as excited as children, and hurriedly left the hall with the cheats. They can't wait to practice. Hope. 5 Tigers Breaking Door Knife is also up to the challenge, come to Blacken. Li Yu's eyes showed anticipation. Li Zimo is the grandson of Li's parents. He has a thick head, and 18 years old is neither too old nor too young. Following my father in the past, I also learned a little bit of that calmness. But at this time, he stood blankly in the yard with a dazed expression on his face. He routinely practiced the 13 Teibao horizontal kung fu. As usual, there will be no change at all, it's just a routine, and there is no extravagant hope for a breakthrough. But, the feeling of practicing this time is completely different. A warm current is continuously generated in the body, constantly tempering the limbs and bones, making the body strong. He was completely addicted to this feeling. Wait until you wake up. I broke through. Have I reached the 3rd floor of the 13 Teibao's horizontal kung fu training? He looked at his hands in bewilderment. There is a trace of very light blue-black color on it. This is indeed the appearance of the 3rd layer of the 13 Teibao's horizontal kung fu practice. How so? His face was a little absent-minded, and there was an indescribable excitement. Could it be possible? He, Li Zimo, is actually a peerless genius. Without hesitation, he immediately practiced the 13 Teibao horizontal exercises again. Immediately, the feeling of continuous warm currents reappeared. This filled him with excitement. Not an illusion. Not a flash in the pan. I really became a genius. Ha ha ha. If I tell my father that I have reached the body refining 3rd stage so quickly, he will be very happy. He couldn't help but turn 2 somersaults in the yard. Very happy. He doesn't know. In the other 2 small yards, there were also 2 teenagers who were very excited and indulged in their cultivation. There is also a girl who is ignorant, her eyes are wide open, and she is practicing hard. The entire Li family, they were all immersed in a strange cultivation atmosphere. 4%. Chapter 10 The Saber Technique. Who wants to see blood? Seeking flower evaluation. Hint. Li Daolong's 13th Teibao horizontal training was promoted to the 4th floor, and cultivation base was promoted to body refining 4th stage. Reminder. Li Daoyan's 13th Teibao horizontal training was promoted to the 5th floor, and cultivation base was promoted to body refining 5th stage. Hint. Li Zimo. The 4th stage. Body refining 4th stage. Hint. Plumb line. The 3rd stage. Body refining 3rd stage. Hint. Li Zaran. The third stage. Body refining third stage. Hint. Li Zihan. The second stage. Body refining second stage. 4 days later, Li Yu glanced at each piece of information on the prompt panel and was very satisfied. Nowadays, compared with the strength of the family 10 days ago, it is simply a natural difference. 2 body refining 5th stage. 2 body refining 4th stage. 2 body refining 3rd stage. A body refining 2nd stage. Pushed his cultivation base directly onto the body refining 6th stage realm. The decayed chi and blood have recovered a little bit, and the attack at this time can completely block or even kill the body refining 4th stage. After 3 days away from Shiba, you should look at him with admiration. He chuckled. Looking at the regional channel, the smile converges. 10 days ago, the number was still 922. And now, there are only 654 people left. 10 days. The area he is in. Just death 268 people again. And that's not even just for death 268 people. It represents the destruction of 268 families like his Li family. I have opened the trade panel, but ordinary items can't be traded. Big Lord, are you taking over the town so quickly? The hostile forces are coming to the door tomorrow. Am I going to die? Who can save me? I don't want to die. Worry, my 2 sons-in-law are dead. The white-haired man is giving away the black-haired man. My little brother hooked up with a pill refining sect. If you need medicine pill in the future, you can find me, and the price is favorable. Many people have completely occupied the town and opened the trade panel. Li Yu looked calm. He wasn't in a rush about it. 1 day earlier, 1 day later, there is not much difference. He seeks the safest in doing things. He would rather wait for anything with a little risk. After all, there are only a few of my own sons and grandchildren. If 1 or 2 died by accident, and the white-haired person gave away the black-haired person, he would die of heartache. Descendants. But they are all babies, and none of them can be missing. Ding. Your family's martial art, 5 tigers broken door knife, is depressed because there is no blood, and the speed of practice has not changed. At this time, the eerie another world he had been waiting for a long time suddenly popped up, and information surfaced. No blood. Depressed mood. The smile that had just appeared on Li Yu's face froze. What the hell? Your saber technique has quite a personality. Seeing blood, right. After thinking for a while, he directly picked up the big knife in his hand and walked towards the kitchen. Old, master. The old chef turned his head and looked at the master who was walking with a big knife. His face turned pale, and his voice trembled. Could it be that I stole 2 pieces of meat every day? Master is going to chop me with a knife. You go out first. Li Yu glanced at it and said calmly. Yes. The old Zhongtu let out a sigh of relief, and ran out of the kitchen as if fleeing. Watching 3 live chickens in a cage, 5 live fish in a bucket. Li Yu was expressionless. Go forward, and without hesitation, perform the first form of the 5 tigers breaking door knife, white tiger jumping stream. I saw a flash of light. 3 chicken heads flew up in an instant, and hot chicken blood splashed on the knife. Ding. Your family's martial art, 5 tigers broken door knife, has a slight mood swing after seeing chicken blood, and the speed of cultivation has doubled. Li Yu was stunned. A slight fluctuation. Do you want to be so full of personality? He took 5 fish out of the bucket. The second form of the 5 tigers breaking door knife is freely cut and pounced. The 5 fish were immediately brutally dismembered. Ding. Your family's martial art, 5 tigers broken door knife, felt fluctuated again after seeing the fish blood, and the speed of cultivation has increased by 3 times. The corner of Li Yu's mouth twitched. He found that the 5 tigers broken door knife was a bit difficult to serve. Turn around and leave, leaving behind a kitchen that looks like a murder scene. That night, holding a knife, Li Yu stood in the front yard with fluttering white hair. His back, Li Daosu, Li Daolong, and Li Daoyan stood quietly. Further on, there are 15 family guards, all of whom have seen blood. In this world, all interests are bloody. No one will give in cupped hands, you can only take it with the knife in your hand. Li Yu spoke softly. He is not just talking to the children behind him. Also tell yourself. He has been informed. The Su family and the Lu family teamed up and were preparing to launch a thunderous blow against his Li family. After all, in the eyes of these 2 families, his Li family just has an extra body refining 4th stage. Although body refining 4th stage is strong. But the 2 work together, naturally not afraid. Since the other party is so dishonest, he also has no womanly kindness. Make a decisive decision and act first. Li Daosu and Li Daolong were silent. A killing intent flashed in Li Daoyan's eyes. Set off. Tonight, destroy the Su Lu family. The entire Beimu town will be controlled by my Li family from now on. Li Yu drank coldly and strode forward. The crowd followed closely behind. 4%. Chapter 11 Killing for the first time, comprehending the true meaning of White Tiger. Su family. Located in the northeast corner of Beimu town. The area is not small, with more than a dozen small courtyards connected to each other. At this time, everyone from the Su family and the Lu family stood in the front yard, sharpening their knives. The crimson torch was burning quietly, reflecting the murderous faces of everyone, which was extraordinarily cold. Remember, to cut grass, we must get rid of the roots. There are 8 people in the Li family, so we must kill them all. Mrs. Su leaned on a cane and said coldly, "Father, don't worry. No one in the Li family will survive tonight." Su Nan, the boss of the Su family, said to Ling Ran that he had murderous intentions. He held a knife in his right hand, with a cold light shining like blood. "Uncle Shi, don't worry. The 6 body refining 3rd stages from our 2 families, plus the 2 body refining 4th stages invited, Brother Lu and Brother Chen. The Li family will be destroyed." Lu's old building had a low voice. Wearing a pair of black gloves, he has a burly body and looks quite ruthless. "Good, I'll arrange the food and wine, and wait for everyone to return. From now on, Beimu town will be under the control of my Su Lu family." Old Master Su slammed his cane heavily on the ground, and shouted loudly. He didn't have much to worry about either. As the boss of the Lu family said, the Li family's 13 Taibao practiced kung fu very well. But the 2 body refining 4th stages, Lu Ku and Chen Shang, who they spent a lot of money to hire, are not easy people. It can completely block Li Dayan. When the 6 members of their 2 families killed the rest of the Li family. With cooperation, no matter how powerful Li Daoyan is, she must be punished. Never have the benevolence of a woman. Kill it if you want to kill it. Beside, the old man of the Lu family spoke with a gloomy face, and his voice seemed to be cold. But just then, boom, the door not far away was suddenly kicked open. Li Yu came up with a knife, swept across the astonished members of the Su Lu family, and said with a smile, "I didn't expect everyone to be so unified in their thinking. You are all here, and it saves me an extra trip to Lu's house." Behind him, Li Daosu, Li Daoyan, and everyone from the Li family filed in. Li Yu, old Master Su's pupils shrank. He felt a burst of relief. Fortunately, a decision was made today. Everyone in the Lu family, as well as Lu Ku and Chen Shang, 2 body refining 4th stages gathered here. If no decision has been made today, and the crowd has not gathered. The Li family came suddenly. Based on his Su family. Not Li's opponent at all. Almost. The house was almost destroyed. Cold sweat broke out on his back, and he was terrified. Li Yu, you guys came just in time. Today is your Li family's death day, kill me. The old man of the Lu family reacted very quickly. An astonishing murderous intent appeared in his eyes, and he ordered coldly. Ha ha ha, kill, tamp down the Li family. Su Nanyan yelled and rushed out with a knife. The Li family children. Why can't you think of it? Our Sulo family invited 2 body refining 4th stages. Today, come and stay here, kill. Lu Qian didn't hesitate, looked at Li Yu murderously, and strode out. Today, he is going to beat the old man of the Li family to death here. And faster than them. It was the 2 body refining 4th stages, Lu Ku and Chen Shang, who were invited by the Su Lu family with a lot of money. After receiving the money, it is natural to eliminate disasters for others. They stared at Li Daoyan, a master who had reached the body refining 4th stage through horizontal kung fu, and they both rushed out. One holds a knife. One holds a sword. Lu Ku is obese, while Chen Shang is tall and thin. They are sworn brothers, and both of them are well known in the 7 towns under the jurisdiction of Beiyin County. In the nearby Green Forest, it is also a good hand. He has friendship with many Green Forest leaders. Even, the 2 teamed up and once beheaded a body refining 5th stage master from the county. So, even if he knew that the other party was practicing kung fu with the 13 Taibao, they also have no fear. Just stop the other party. No, the 2 brothers want to kill this bitch directly. The light of the knife is like a horse. The sword shines like a cold star. The two cooperated tacitly, and in an instant they used their ultimate move, covering Li Daoyan's vitals. The fight is the idea of taking advantage of the opponent's unpreparedness and making meritorious deeds in one fell swoop. But they obviously thought too beautifully. Li Daosu's eyes were cold and stern, and the corners of his mouth curled up as he watched the swords coming. The yan knife that opened the front in his hand suddenly cut out. The first form of the five tigers' broken door knife. White tiger jumps the stream. Faintly, there seemed to be a roar of a tiger shaking. Sinbai's knife light carried a creepy and ferocious aura, flashing across the air like lightning. Although it is only an initiation level 5 tiger's door severing knife. But with the strength of the 5th level of the 13 Taibao horizontal training Kung Fu. The power is absolutely terrifying. Bang bang. Lu Ku felt a huge force coming towards the sword in their hands. They couldn't hold it at all, and the tiger's mouth was instantly torn open. It was too late to react to what happened. The light of Sinbai's sword had already passed through their necks. 2 stunned heads flew up, and hot blood gushed out like a fountain. Sinbai's swallow knife was instantly scarlet. Ding. Your family's martial arts, 5 tigers broken door knife, killed someone for the first time, and I feel excited. I understand the true meaning of white tiger, and my practice speed has increased by 200 times. 4%. Chapter 12 Bloody and Crazy Saber Technique. The strength has skyrocketed. The old masters Su and Lu standing behind were stunned for a moment. They looked at the 2 heads flying in the air in disbelief, the 2 headless corpses spraying blood. Is this a dream? Lu Ku and Chen Shang. They are all masters of body refining 4th stage. How could someone behead him after meeting each other? And shot. Still Li Duyan of body refining 4th stage. The blood on the faces of the 2 of them faded away. His lips trembled, his whole body trembled, and he couldn't speak. An indescribable fear surged, making them crumbling and suffocating. And in the field, the bosses of the Su family and the Lu family obviously did not see this scene. After all, in their hearts, the Lu Ku brothers are very strong, and there is absolutely no problem in holding Li Daoyan back. Just wait until they kill the rest of the Li family. They will be able to meet up and kill Li Dayan, the body refining 4th stage. Die to me. The boss of the Lu family looked at Li Yu, who was not far away. His face was full of excitement, and he punched out. But Li Daosu's figure flickered slightly. It has already come first, appearing within close proximity of him. A swallow knife was raised from top to bottom fiercely. Roar. A ferocious tiger roar sounded. The boss of the Lu family froze. His mind was completely blanked by this fierce and terrifying roar of the tiger. The sword is fierce. His whole body was cut in 2 in an instant, and scarlet blood dripped into the void. And on the other side, although Li Daolong is not as strong as Dage and Little Sister, but also a master of body refining 4th stage. Far stronger than the boss of the Su family who rushed over. Die. Yan Dao jumped down like a fierce tiger. Li Daolong had an astonishingly fierce light in his eyes. The long knife that Su Nanyan slashed was knocked flying in an instant, and the whole person still didn't understand what happened. He was hacked and flew out. The sky is full of blood. Kill. Li Daosu, Li Daolong, and Li Daoyan are 3 brothers and sisters. After solving the opponent in an instant, there is a terrible ferocity in the eyes, like a white tiger. Directly facing the people of the Sulu family and killing them. 3 people passed by. There is no single enemy at all. Blood all over the place. Corpses all over the place. Ding. Your family's martial art, 5 tigers broken door knife, was bloody and mad, immersed in the bloody storm, comprehended the true meaning of white tiger, reached the mastery level, and increased the speed of practice by 500 times. Behind the people who were fighting, Li Yu watched quietly with her hands behind her back. Looking at the words that appeared one after another in the column of 5 tigers breaking doors on the weird another world. His eyes were bright, and he whispered in his heart. 5 tigers broken door knife. Sure enough, you have to see human blood. White tiger true meaning, mastery level. Amazing. I feel that my strength is more than doubled. He felt that he had mastered a kind of power at this time. This power is not physical power. It's a kind of spiritual power. As if, in his heart, there is a fierce white tiger hidden. Once this white tiger breaks out, it will show unimaginable terrifying power. So amazing. And this is family martial arts. It seems that it's not just me who has mastered the true meaning of white tiger. The 5 tigers broken door knife has reached the mastery level. Everyone in the family who has practiced the 5 tigers breaking door knife should be like this at this time. Just. Dao Sus knife should have used the true meaning of white tiger. Directly let the old man of the Su family lose his mind and stiffen his body, allowing him to be slaughtered. He was excited. Too strong. The sincerity of white tiger is too strong. I am afraid that with the current realm of the eldest son Li Dusu and daughter Li Deyin body refining 5th stage, it is already comparable to the masters of body refining 7th stage. Even. Fight and win. It can be said. Just for a moment. The strength of his Li family has soared a lot. This 5 tiger door severing knife is full of personality, but it is also extremely powerful. The uncle is dead. Second master is dead too. Run away. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. The remaining members of the Sulu family have completely collapsed. Some ran desperately, only to regret that their parents had lost their legs. Some knelt on the ground begging for mercy, trembling. Some were hysterical, attacking wildly regardless of enemy or friend. Some eyes were blood red, and they looked at the members of the Li family with hatred. But whatever the reaction, none worked. The Li Deosu brothers and sisters were ruthless at this time, and the family guards knelt down and begged for mercy not to kill, but none of the members of the 2 families were left behind. It's over. Old Mrs. Su sat down on the ground, lost his mind. The entire Su family. It's over. Next to him. The old man of the Lu family's eyes were tearing apart, and he shouted while leaning on his crutches. Li Yu, let my Lu family live. I give you all the wealth of my Lu family. Give it all to you. Li Yu looked at him. Shaking his head slightly, his voice was indifferent. If you kill my Li family tonight, will you let my Li family live? Cut the grass without removing the roots, and the spring breeze will regenerate. Daolong, take people to the Lu family, and the Lu family will kill everyone without mercy. You remember, after killing someone, the body must be incinerated, and the ashes must be collected. 5%. Chapter 13 A New Martial Art, The Great Bull Demon Fist. The next day. In the living room, Li Yu sat on the teacher's chair and looked at the eldest son Li Deosu. How's the harvest? The Su houses. Controlling the grain and cloth business in Beimu town is a way to make more money than restaurants. After all, food, clothing, housing and transportation are the foundation of people's livelihood. More than 620 taels of silver were found from the Su family, and more than 710 taels of silver were found from the Lu family. There are also Lu Ku and Chen Shang who were beheaded by Daoyan. There are more than 530 taels of silver bills in total. In addition, various weapons, medicinal materials, and jewelry should add up to 800 or 900 taels of silver. There are also 2 martial arts cheat books for cultivation, a total of 5 books, all of which are low-level human-level books. Li Deosu replied. There was some excitement in his eyes. These add up too. For their Li family, it was quite a fortune. Li Yu was in charge of the family during these years. He knows very well, family development is inseparable from a lot of money. About 1,900 taels of cash. Li Yu nodded. He was quite speechless. This Su family house. How come he is so much richer than his Li family? The purchasing power of silver in the country of Yan is very good. 1 tael of silver is equal to 1,000 copper coins. 4 copper coins can buy a caddy of rice. Calculated according to the world before time travel. A tael of silver is almost equal to $1,000. 1,900 taels of silver. It is approximately equal to the purchasing power of 1.9 million. He pondered for a moment, and ordered. You send all the cash to me, no banknotes, and you keep the miscellaneous money that was sold to develop the family. In addition, the shops of Sulu and the 2 should be mastered as soon as possible, you know. Li Deosu nodded. Father, don't worry. Also, send someone to pay attention to the movements of the Tiger Gang and the Bamboo Leaf Society behind the Sulu family. Li Yu said. Tiger Gang, Bamboo Leaf Society. They are all forces in Beiyin County. But it can only be regarded as a second-rate force in the county, not as good as the Kashanwei. The strongest masters of these 2 are body refining 7th stage realm. For the original Li family, it was naturally a giant. But now, he really didn't see it very well. After all, with the current strength of brothers and sisters Li Deosu and Li Daoyan. With the true meaning of white tiger, I am afraid that the body refining 7th stage can also be won. And, the 13 Taibao practices Blacken horizontally, and the training speed is increased by 1,000 times. The 5 tigers broken door knife was bloody and mad, and the speed of cultivation was increased by 500 times. Every day, the strength of the two is improving by leaps and bounds. Yes, Li Daosu took the order. Seeing that Li Yu had nothing to say, he turned and left. In the hall, Li Yu lightly tapped on the armrest of the Taishi chair and murmured. The 13th Teibao's kung fu practice is mainly to exercise the bones of the whole body. The real body refining should be the exercise of skin, flesh, blood, tendons, bones, marrow, and internal organs to the extreme. So, I still need to find some kung fu that is high enough to specialize in training skin, flesh, blood, tendons, marrow, and internal organs, and turn it into family martial arts. Anyway, it seems that as long as it is a family martial arts, it will have a character. There was a look of anticipation in his eyes. If a member of the family, skin, flesh, blood, tendons, bones, marrow, and internal organs are all exercised to the extreme. How terrible should it be? I'm afraid to stand where I am. No matter how crazy the same rank practitioner attacks, it won't be damaged at all. After all, a 13 Teibao is extremely powerful when practicing kung fu horizontally, allowing practitioners to leapfrog and fight. Then practice Yamen and 13 Teibao horizontally practice the same rank's external skills. One can imagine how terrible it is. And so on. It's exciting just thinking about it. I'm afraid I don't have to worry about things like white-haired people sending black-haired people anymore. But to find those external skills, he frowned. The external skills of the top rank of the human rank are not Chinese cabbage, so how can it be so easy to find? As for the low-level and middle-level external skills of the human level, he doesn't look down on them. Think about it. He thought about it. The light curtain panel slowly unfolded. He looked straight at the trade icon. The Sulu family was destroyed yesterday. His Li family is the overlord of Beimu Town, and it can be regarded as occupying Beimu Town. So, trade interface has been opened. It is difficult for him to find high-quality external skills here. But the rest of the ancestors are scattered all over the world. Maybe someone will get lucky. Even some ancestors who broke through the first hostile force in advance. The rewards obtained may have the external skills of a human-level top rank. Something like cultivation technique. All are renewable resources. If someone gets it, he believes that the other party is also willing to trade. After all, you don't know how far away you are, so you don't have to worry about joining the enemy. It's a pity that the starting cultivation technique of all ancestors is practiced horizontally by the 13 Teibao, otherwise if it is different. He shook his head, not wanting such a beautiful thing. I glanced at the items on the trade interface. Most of them are low-grade martial arts, low-grade medicinal materials, low-grade weapons, low-grade armor, low-grade ores, etc. There are very few things in the middle class of people. There are only a few dozen pieces of top-rank human rank. There is not a single medicine pill, either no one put it on, or it was swept away. There are also many requests to exchange only specific items. And the currency of exchange for everything. All silver. This is the lowest currency in the trade interface. There are still many people who have not opened the trade interface. After, this place will definitely become one of the greatest advantages of the ancestors. He whispered in his heart, interacting with each other across endless distances. This is too much. Didn't think much about it. He directly puts the own requirement on it. Seller. Li Yu. Trade item. 5 tigers broken door knife, human rank top grade, 300 taels of silver. Requirement. Human level top grade external skills need verification. It was just hung up for less than 30 seconds. Immediately, an ancestor named Zhang Fei contacted him. Brother, do you want to exchange 5 tigers breaking door knife for your 5 tigers breaking doors knife with strong bull demon fist? 5%. Chapter 14. The demonic Tao that drives ghosts. Seeking flower evaluation. Strong bull demon fist. Li Yu was overjoyed. He had heard of this foreign skill. Among all the external skills of skin training, it can be said to be the most effective. After all, the highest level of external skills is the top rank of the human rank. Further up, there is no external power. Change. He replied immediately. Brother is refreshing. Zhang Fei replied, and the two quickly completed the transaction. Trade interface. The ancestors traded any items in an instant, and there was no handling fee. And it cannot be cheated. Trade the interface will identify the authenticity of the item. Looking at the extra cheat book in her hand, Li Yu showed a satisfied smile on her face. Demand continues to hang. He couldn't wait to open the strong bull demon fist in his hand. This external skill is mainly to train the skin. But in fact, the rest of the body will also be exercised. And it's an extremely tough fist technique. To just Zeon. Practicing to the extreme, one punch is like 9 cows. Don't say anything else. It's just that the 13 Taibao Henglian and the Great Bull Demon Fist have been practiced to the 5th level. I'm afraid they can rival the masters of body refining 7th stage. With White Tiger's sincerity, it's not a problem to compete with the practitioner of body refining 8th stage. He was overjoyed. One morning passed. He has practiced the Great Bull Demon Fist initiation. Then, directly hand over the cheats to Lee Daosu brothers and sisters, and let them practice as soon as possible. The 3rd generation doesn't care. As long as the 3 brothers and sisters of Lee Daosu practiced initiation. This powerful bull magic fist. It can be turned into family martial arts. The next day, Li Yu is viewing the family interface. Yesterday, his Li family has been officially promoted to a 2-star family. But in fact, this is just a systematic identification and does not make any changes to the family. Only luck has changed, from 3 points of luck to 10 points. I don't know what effect this luck has. He murmured. Reminder: there is no relevant information in the interface. World channel and regional channel. It's been discussed by a lot of people. But it's all just speculation, and no one really figured it out. Maybe the family ranks need to be promoted to a certain level. It will work. He shook his head lightly, without thinking about it. At this time, the second child, Li Daolong, hurried over suddenly, saluted and said, "Father, someone from the Yamen is here." Yamen. Li Yu froze for a moment. The Yamen of Beimu town has no sense of existence at all. Just 1 guard, plus 20 or so veteran soldiers and 7 or 8 Yamen servants. What are you doing here? It's not the town Yamen, it's the county Yamen. Li Daolong knew that his father had misunderstood, and quickly reminded him. County Yamen. Li Yu's eyes were fixed. Walk. At the same time, thoughts turned in his mind. But I really don't know why this county Yamen came to Beimu town and came to look for him. Could it be because of the annihilation of Sulu's family last night? But that's not right either. The Yamen has always ignored gangs, sects, and aristocratic families fighting each other. As long as it doesn't affect ordinary people. Soon. He came to the hall and glanced over. Sitting in the hall was a man in the uniform of a head catcher and 2 men in the uniform of a police officer. The catcher has gray temples and should be over 40 years old. The 2 detectives are young. The 3 of them sat upright, like a javelin, which made the atmosphere in the hall quite awe-inspiring. Accompanied by Li Daosu, when he saw Li Yu's figure, he quickly stood up and saluted. Father, this is the head arrester of the county governments, Gao Yuan. Ha ha ha, hi catcher, long admired name. Li Yu smiled and saluted the cupped hands of the middle-aged headhunter. The old man is being polite. Gao Yuan stood up and saluted. His face was serious and serious. There was a long knife on his back, and the exposed handle was as black as ink. Talk to each other a few words. After confirming that the other party did not come for the Sulu family, Li Yu breathed a sigh of relief, and asked curiously. I don't know why catcher Gao came here. In order to arrest the important criminal, come to ask the Li family for assistance. Gao Yuan cupped fist, said in a deep voice. He has a square face, and anyone who looks at him will have a sense of righteousness. Catch the criminal. Li Yu frowned and said in surprise. Could it be that some important criminal fled to Beimu town? He did frown a little. Now Beimu town is the territory of his Li family. If something happens, it's not good for his Li family. A monster who is good at exorcising evil spirits and harming people. It should have entered Beimu town early this morning and disappeared. Gao Yuan said solemnly. Adept at exorcising ghosts. Li Yu's pupils shrank. It's actually a cultivator. On weekdays, if he has nothing to do, he will turn on World Channel or Regional Channel to dive. Learned a lot of secrets from it. After all, the ancestors are far and wide, and there are billions of them. Anything is possible. Cultivators are rare though. But there are also ancestors who have encountered it and sent it out. And now, in his Beimu town, there is actually a cultivator hiding. 1.5%. Chapter 15 Cultivator. This book cultivates martial arts, not immortality, and takes the path of blasting immortals with 1 punch. Even if you haven't heard other ancestors say cultivator. Li Yu can also distinguish the weight of the word, cultivator. After all, his ability to read novels for more than 10 years before time travel is not covered. Not to mention, Gao Yuan also clearly mentioned that this cultivator is good at driving ghosts. How does Catcher Gao want my Li family to help? There was a moment of silence. He opened the mouth and said, his face became serious. Such a cultivator is hidden in Beimu town. And obviously not a nice guy. If it is not removed, he will have trouble sleeping and eating. Search. House-to-house searches. Any suspicious person cannot be let go. Gao Yuan said without hesitation. Since I came to Li's house, he naturally had plans. I don't know how strong this monster is. Li Yu tapped on the armrest of the Grand Master's chair and asked. Brothers Li Daosu and Li Daolong, who were sitting below and on the right, also looked at Gao Yuan. Although their strength has soared recently, full of confidence. But it's also clear how terrible it is that the county government can hunt down all the way, but still fail to hunt down the key criminals. And, also good at exorcising ghosts. The two brothers looked at each other, both a little surprised. The theory of ghosts has always been illusory. They didn't believe it at first. But now listen to what this high-ranking head catcher said. Are ghosts real? And there are people who can drive harm. Yao Dao's own strength is not enough to fear, and the body-refining 4th stage can be won. But there are 2 ghosts in the hands, but they are extremely fierce, and the ghosts are invisible, hurting people's souls, which is the most terrifying. Only the body-refining 6th stage practitioner can compete. There was a moment of silence. Gao Yuan looked solemn and told the truth. Such was his character. Even if the Li family's assistance in the search is desperately needed, they don't bother to cheat. A fierce ghost is invisible, hurting people's souls. Li Yu's heart skipped a beat. I don't know the true meaning of white tiger, can it deal with ghosts? After all, the true meaning of white tiger is also the power of the soul level. Moreover, the white tiger is fierce, a different species among tigers. Think about it. He looked at Li Daosu. You and your little sister led someone to cooperate with the high-level arrest and search. Be careful of your own safety. Li Daosu and Li Daoyan brothers and sisters, even if they haven't fought, they should not be weak. Body refining 7th stage. Even stronger. Now that body refining 6th stage can compete with that monster. Brother and sister Li Daosu, I think there will be no problem. Yes. Li Daosu saluted and accepted the order. His face was calm and there was no extraneous expression. I was very apprehensive at first. But, can body refining 6th stage compete? That's it. He is well aware of his current strength. As soon as White Tiger showed his true intentions, he felt that even the body refining 7th stage might not be able to block it. Don't worry, old man, Gao will definitely ensure their safety. Gao Yuan stood up and said solemnly with cupped hands. At the same time, he also secretly praised it in his heart. The Li family can replace the Sulu family and control Beimu town. Sure enough, I know the general situation. Even though he knew that the demon way was powerful, he still chose to cooperate. With the words of Gao Catcher, I feel relieved. Li Yu laughed. Beimu town is not big. There are only more than 1,000 households. Gao Yuan, Li Daosu, and Li Duyan. Divide into 3 teams and search the entire town from house to house. There is the Li family. Although the people in Beimu town were a little panicked, they were still cooperative. The yard of the original building. At this time, there was still blood, and there was no one there. In a secret room, sitting in the lotus position is an old man with a gloomy face and wearing a black robe. The old man was as thin as a stick, his eyes were dark green, and he looked quite terrifying. The Li family. If you dare to destroy my Lu family, you really want to die. He gritted his teeth. This time he came to Beimu town at the risk of being arrested by the government. Naturally not for sightseeing, but to get money. Poor culture and rich martial arts. A cultivator like him needs a lot of money to buy various resources. With his qualifications, if it weren't for the Lu's family to support the money, where can I practice the realm of the 3rd level of chi refining? But I don't know how to come back and have a look. The Lu family has been destroyed. He's all bad. He doesn't care if the Lu family is immortal. But the Lu family is gone, who will support him to practice with money? Not only destroy my Lu family. Li Jiagui's son dares to cooperate with that bastard Gao Yuan to search me from house to house. His face was gloomy, with cold murderous intent flashing in his eyes. He has decided, tonight, just go to Li's house. Not only to avenge Dage et al. They also want to, by the way, take away all the money that the Li family got from the Sulu family. Just be careful of that bastard Gao Yuan. When my cultivation base breaks through to the 4th floor of chi refining and sacrifices the 3rd ghost, I will smash this bastard to pieces. A warrior from the body refining 7th stage, dare to hunt me down again and again. He sneered. Under the reflection of the light from the torch in the secret room, the shadow behind him was stretched and distorted, making it look extraordinarily eerie. 6%. Chapter 16 The Great Bull Demon Fist Who Wants to Take a Bath, Seeking Flower Evaluation. That night. The moon is dark and the wind is high. After dinner, Li Yu went back to her room and dived in World Channel boredly. You don't have to worry about yourself when you practice. I want to do something I love but I can't do it. What else can I do? I can only live by diving. Damn, there's actually a war near Daddy. A lord raises an army of 100,000, calling Qing Jun to side, make wool, I haven't developed yet. I'm leaning against a big mountain here. What the hell is a group of green-skinned aliens running out of the mountain? Hey, you guys are really lucky. The weather here is calm, and the second hostile force has also stabilized and started to grow. Worry, what kind of ghost sect is this? You actually dislike Daddy for being too old. Isn't he only 68 years old? Haha, I'm so happy today. My son went out and picked up a high-grade elixir. What should I do if my granddaughter is taken by a nearby sect? That sect is an evil sect that harvests yin and replenishes yang. Tell me upstairs, isn't your granddaughter beautiful? World Channelin. There are a lot of speeches passing by at every moment. Even for more than a month, 30 to 40% of them died. But there are still billions more. While many people dive, many people are busy. But there are still a lot of speeches. It really is the real world. Anything can happen. He looked at the content of these chats and whispered to himself. For example, the Yao Dao he encountered now was an unexpected situation. Ding. Since your family's martial art, Strong Bull Demon Fist, has not been soaked in a medicinal bath, it is listless and depressed, and its cultivation speed remains unchanged. Suddenly, the strange another world popped up, and the words on it made the corners of his mouth twitch. It seems that this vigorous bull demon fist is also full of personality. Do you want to take a medicinal bath? Are you unhappy if you don't take a medicated bath? Medicated bath. He frowned slightly. Any external power has a medicated bath formula. Most of these external skills need to cooperate with medicinal baths to practice. For example, the original 13 Taibao practiced Kung Fu horizontally, that was the case. Their Li family has always been cash-strapped, and the amount of medicine bath is less than 1/3, so they practice very slowly. But since the 13th Taibao practiced Blacken horizontally, don't use medicinal baths. It's just that you need to eat a lot of meat every day to supplement the consumption of cultivation. Even Li Daosu and the others have to eat a lot every day. But in fact, this is far from enough for them to practice for a day. But Li Yu also practiced twice. He faintly felt it. 1,000 times faster when practicing the 13 Taibao horizontal Kung Fu. It seems that there is a small amount of invisible energy in the air that is swallowed by the body to make up for the consumption. He guessed. This kind of energy may be the spiritual qi that often appears in novels. The ingredients for a medicated bath cost a lot of money. I don't know how much the Great Bull Demon Fist needs. He shook his head and stopped thinking about it. Money is something external to us. He will not be stingy in exchange for an increase in strength. Hint. Li Daolong's 13th Taibao horizontal training was promoted to the 5th floor, and cultivation base was promoted to body refining 5th stage. Sudden. A system prompt flashed. Daolong has finally reached the body refining 5th stage. He was immediately pleasantly surprised. At the same time, a force came out of nothing in his body, pushing his cultivation base directly to the peak of body refining 6th stage. As long as there is another body refining 5th stage in the family, he can directly break through and advance to the body refining 7th stage. And in Beiyin County, the status of body refining 7th stage and below body refining 7th stage is different. Body refining 4th stage to body refining 6th stage can be called a master. And body refining 7th stage. But he can be called a great master. The second-rate forces in the county, such as the Tiger Gang and the Zushan Society, are the strongest at this level. Hint. Li Zimo's 13th Taibao horizontal training was promoted to the 5th floor, and cultivation base was promoted to body refining 5th stage. Not long. Another reminder flashed by. His internal energy surged, and the cultivation base broke through the bottleneck in an instant, directly reaching the body refining 7th stage. The bones all over the body crackled. He has a lot of energy and blood in his body. At the same time, there was also a trace of cold breath rushing straight to his forehead, which made him feel a little more refreshed. Li Zimo, why is he suddenly promoted again? Li Yu was surprised. This kid was only promoted to body refining 4th stage the day before yesterday. Promoted to body refining 5th stage in 2 days. It seems that my Li family is not all people with extremely poor qualifications. At least Li Zimo's aptitude can be regarded as below average. His heart was full of joy. In one night, my son and grandson were promoted to body refining 5th stage. There are 4 masters of body refining 5th stage in the whole family. And all grasp the true meaning of White Tiger, 5 Tigers door severing knife mastery level. The strength is strong, not weaker than body refining 7th stage. Such power. In the county seat, it is definitely second rate and top notch. 6%. Chapter 17. Devouring Ghosts, the true meaning of the Black Tiger. Seeking flower evaluation. It's 3 o'clock. Beimu town was in darkness. Only a few houses and yards are still lit. The wind howled and swept, and the fallen leaves whirled in the air. The leaves rattled, and the carts left by vendors on the street were tottering to and fro. A dark shadow flashed across the street. Just for a moment. It has already arrived outside the courtyard wall of the Li family. The black shadow raised his head, revealing his skinny cheeks, full of gloom. I, Lu Chong, have always killed people silently. Tonight, just let your Li family die silently. Black shadow sneered in his heart. The whole body jumped up, as if it had no weight. He entered Li's house in a blink of an eye. In front of him. It is a small yard. There was no light in the yard, but he could hear a steady breathing. Obviously, the people in the yard had already fallen asleep. It's so fresh and tender. This is the 3rd generation of the Li family. Lu Chong took a deep breath, intoxicated. His door. Young people must be selected as the living souls needed for sacrificing ghosts. The best martial Dao cultivation base is not low. In that way, the potentiality of the ghost sacrificed will be even greater. The same is true for subsequent feeding of ghosts. So, each of them has a professional secret method of smelling breath, and they can roughly smell each other's age if they are tens of meters apart. Pity. That bastard Gao Yuan is in Beimu town, so don't disturb him. Otherwise, I must set up the magic circle and feed all the souls of the young people from the Li family to my big baby. He whispered regretfully in his heart. There is no delay. He carefully took out a black jade pendant. He bit his fingertips and seeped a drop of blood into the jade pendant. Visible to the naked eye. The blood was swallowed by the jade pendant. Then a cold black mist emerged from the jade pendant, forming 2 terrifying ghosts on the ground. One was headless, with blood constantly oozing from its neck. An extremely long tongue, protruding eyes, half of the face is missing. Headless ghost, go. With a serious expression on his face, Lu Chong directed the headless ghost into the yard. He has always been cautious. Even if the people in the yard are only the juniors of the Li family, they are definitely not that strong. But he wasn't ready to do it himself either. He never does what he can drive the ghost to do. This one is cautious. Let him escape several dangers. He. The headless ghost let out a sinister and strange laugh. The transparent body passed directly through the yard fence and floated towards the houses in the yard. Lu Chong watched coldly. He was still very excited. As long as the Li family's money is swept away, it should be enough for him to cultivate to the 4th level of Qi refining realm. Ding. Your family's martial arts, 5 Tigers broken door knife, devours ghost, and you are extremely excited. You understand the true meaning of the Black Tiger, and your practice speed increases by 600 times. Li Yu, who was sleeping, suddenly woke up. He looked at the sudden information in front of him in astonishment. Swallow ghost. Ghost. It's that demon. He reacted in a blink of an eye. Looking at the sky, it was obvious that Dao Su and Dao Yan brothers and sisters were still searching at such a late hour. Then there is only one possibility. That Yao Dao sneaked into the Li family, and he has already fought against one of his descendants. It's just that he really didn't expect it. Can the 5 Taiga's door severing knife devour ghost? Or, should it be the true meaning of White Tiger that I understood before? And now, another Black Tiger true meaning. Feeling the ferocious aura of 2 tigers hidden in his heart. He grabbed the clothes next to him and draped them over his shoulders, and walked out of the room with a cold expression. Go straight to the yard of the eldest son Li Daosu. He is fast. After all, he is now the cultivation base of body refining 7th stage. Even if the qi and blood decay. but no weaker than the sons and daughters of the body-refining 5th stage realm. Puff. Outside Li Zimo's courtyard, Lu Chong spat out a mouthful of black blood. His face was full of disbelief, and he looked at the yard in front of him with horror. The headless ghost is dead. He worked so hard to refine it, and under a sneak attack, even a body-refining 6th stage practitioner can kill the ghost. He died suddenly in this small courtyard. How can it be? He can definitely confirm. In this small yard, there is only one young man. For a family like the Li family nestled in a small town, how promising can the younger generation be? How could he beat his ghost to death? And he was attacked while he was asleep. What the hell? At this time, Li Zimo's surprised cry sounded in the yard. Then, the gate of the house in the courtyard opened. Li Zimo saw the gloomy Lu Chong outside the courtyard at a glance. The demon that father searched for in the town during the day. His heart suddenly moved. During the day, a head arrester from the county government came. He still knew about his father and aunt's cooperation in the search for news about a demon. Because the second uncle came here to remind him. Tell him not to go out, saying that this demon can drive ghosts, which is very weird. It seems. The damn thing that was just shredded by White Tiger's true intentions. Is this the ghost driven by the demon way? Just this level. 6%. Chapter 18. Hip Pull Monster, Die. Seeking Flower Evaluation. It's so late at night, how dare you sneak up on me, my lord? It's true that there is a way to heaven. If you don't go, the underworld has no way to come in. Li Zimo wanted to understand this. Anger suddenly appeared in my heart. The level of this demon way is poor. But fortunately, it was me who was looking for it first. What if you find little brother, little sisters? Little brother, little sisters are not peerless geniuses like themselves. They might be about to be harmed by this monster. The voice fell. He had already drawn his knife out of its sheath, and stomped hard with both feet. The whole floor exploded, and his whole body is like a sharp arrow with endless sharpness. Instantly shot at Lu Chong. A ferocious and terrifying aura emanated. Lu Chong, the cultivator on the 3rd floor of Qi Refining, felt his hair stand on end and his scalp tingled. He looked at Li Zimo, who was rushing in horror. This is the 3rd generation of the Li family. You are kidding me. This is scarier than that bastard Gao Yuan. Don't even think about it. He hurriedly rolled and hid aside. At the same time, he drove the hanged ghost to kill Li Zimo. My heart is already crying. Damn it. The Li family hid it too deeply. A junior of the 3rd generation is so scary. What to do? At this moment, he was like an ant on a hot pan, getting angry anxiously. I'm afraid the hanged ghost won't be able to beat the opponent. Roar, roar. Suddenly, 2 terrifying whistles sounded. Faintly, he seemed to see 2 ferocious and terrifying tigers rushing forward roaring. A white tiger, a black tiger. 2 fierce tigers filled his field of vision, as if they were going to tear him to pieces. Martial Dao's true meaning. How can it be? This son of the Li family actually comprehended the true meaning of martial Dao. His complexion changed drastically, his soul was trembling, his body was stiff, and he was so frightened that he couldn't move. If it is for him, a living person, the true meaning only has a deterrent effect. But for ghosts like hanged ghosts, that was a real terrorist attack. Ho ho, white tiger and black tiger roar. One is fierce and monstrous, and the other is soul-stirring. Just blink of an eye. The hanged ghost was torn to pieces, and then swallowed up by the black tiger. Boom. Li Zimo swiped the long knife in his hand a few times. He broke Lu Chang's hands and feet, and at the same time hit the opponent's chest hard with the handle of the knife. And at this time, Li Yu, Li Daosu, Li Daoyan, and Li Daolong have already arrived. Grandpa, father, second uncle, aunt. Li Zimo put the saber back into its sheath and saluted. His eyeballs rolled around, looking forward to the elders asking him what happened to his strength. Then he would be able to talk about how he became a peerless genius in a logical manner. But no one cared about his strength. Is this the demon? Li Daosu frowned as he looked at Lu Chong, who was lying on the ground with a deathly ashen face and kept vomiting blood. So weak. How could even Zimo be easily dealt with? Of course he knows. My son has recently been the same as me, and his practice speed has skyrocketed. But he thought Zimo was just a realm of body refining 4th stage. Although their body refining 4th stage is very powerful, it will not be weaker than the body refining 6th stage outside. But this monster is really disappointing. That's it. See if you can ask him about his cultivation method. If you can't, kill it directly, and the body will be handed over to Chief Gao tomorrow. Li Yu ordered lightly, turned and left. He is not interested in this method of driving ghosts. But I want to put it on the trade interface. Many people will be interested. Might be able to exchange for something better. Yes. Li Daosu took the order, and the brothers and sisters also left after carrying Lu Chong. Why? Li Zimo opened his mouth, and stared blankly at his grandfather and father and others leaving. He was ready to explain how he became a peerless genius. I am also ready to confess my cultivation base of body refining 5th stage. But, why no one asked him? How come no one is surprised? This is not the case. He rubbed his head, a little dazed. The next day, Li's living room. Gao Yuan and the 2 young policemen stared blankly at the corpse on the ground. Checked. They have confirmed. This is indeed that monster. But what's the situation? They hunted for days without success. Overnight, the Li family killed everyone. Even if Gao Yuan was the head arrester of the county government, he still couldn't accept it at this time. Actually is not happy. Rather, the contrast is too great. He went to the Li family yesterday. But he just wanted to use the Li family's reputation and manpower to force this monster out. Never thought, what can the Li family do to help him when he is fighting with the Yao Dao? In the blink of an eye. He didn't do anything to help himself, but the other party put the corpse out. Cough cough. Li Yu coughed, awakening Gao Yuan and the others. Captain Gao, this monster sneaked into my Li family last night, trying to do something wrong. My grandson Mo was attacked unexpectedly. Fortunately, his strength is not bad. After a narrow escape, he finally killed this monster. If no one is left alive, don't blame the high arrester. 7%. Chapter 19. Yin Evil Sect. Seeking Flower Evaluation. Zimo. But Brother Daosu's eldest son. Gao Yuan was stunned again. Li Zimo, he met yesterday. Not yet 20 years old. Can you kill this monster? He couldn't believe it. This demon path itself is not strong, but the 2 ghosts it drives are very difficult to deal with. One is not careful. Body refining 6th stage will be beaten to death. Could it be possible? At such a young age, Li Zimo can still reach the body refining 7th stage realm. It's the dog. Li Daosu arched his cupped hands and laughed. I don't know how old Mr. Ling is. What is the cultivation base? It's really shocking to be able to kill this monster. Gao Yuan hesitated. The 2 young detectives behind him were even more suspicious. They are Gao Yuan's nephews. At a young age, he has a cultivation base of body refining 4th stage, which can be regarded as a hero in the county. But, even so, they can only run as far as they encounter this demon way. Otherwise, if they meet face to face, they will be murdered by a fierce ghost and die without a place to bury them. The opponent is smaller than them. Can kill this monster. Gunzi 18, some talent, just promoted to body refining 5th stage. In addition to being lucky, you can be lucky enough to kill this monster. Every time I think about it, I still have lingering fears. Li Daosu shook his head and sighed. He looked terrified. Body refining 5th stage. Gao Yuan was shocked. In this remote countryside, there are such geniuses. Body refining 5th stage can be reached at the age of 18. Even within the county seat, there are only a few people comparable. And as far as he knows, the Li family practiced the 13 Taibao horizontal kung fu, which is extremely difficult to achieve. This shocked him even more. Body refining 5th stage. The eyes of the 2 young policemen behind him widened in shock. Body refining 5th stage younger than their age. Captain Gao, I want to find a job for my grandson in the county government office, I don't know if it's convenient. Li Yu said suddenly. Gao Yuan, the head catcher, was one of the 3 head catchers in the Beiyin county government. And come from a noble family. The Gao family is located in Beiyin County, a wealthy family. There are elders in the family who are officials in the county. The reason why he revealed Li Zimo's strength today. It is to send Li Zimo to the government office. Follow the path of the Gao family, and get close to the Gao family from now on. Although King Yan's authority is now declining, there is a tendency of separatism in various places, and chaos is gradually rising. But no doubt about it. The imperial court was still huge. Even if the world is really in chaos, the court is still righteous. Didn't you see that in the last years of the Eastern Han dynasty, the whole world was a mess, but many princes also wanted to maintain the existence of the puppet court. So, it is necessary to send a family member into the official government system. The 3 brothers and sisters of Lee Daosu are old, so they are definitely not suitable. Then there is only the 3rd generation. Lee Zemo learned his father's 3-point calmness, which is the most suitable. Oh, hearing this, Gao Yuan glanced at Li Yu, and his heart moved. Such a genius, with a little training, can stand on his own. For their Gao family, they are also good hands. And the other party's talent is outstanding. In the future, it may not be possible to break through the body refining realm and reach the heavenly origin realm. Although slim. But once you get there, wait for realm. Their Gao family is equivalent to getting a great help. Thinking of this, he saluted with cupped hands, and promised. Since the old man has opened his mouth, Gao will arrange it himself. Nephew Zemo must not be wronged. Ha ha ha. Okay, hurry up and prepare the banquet, I want to get drunk with Gao Butu. Li Yu laughed. The 2 sides had a great time, and the host and guest had a good time. The next day, Li Zemo followed Gao Yuan to Beiyin County. Accompanied by the 2nd child Li Daolong. He went to the county seat mainly to purchase a batch of medicinal bath materials for the strong bold demon fist. Last night, after Li Yu explained some things to Li Zemo, she also asked Li Zemo to initiate the strong bold demon fist. Although I asked Gao Yuan not to reveal that the Yao Dao died in the hands of my Li family. But no one can tell when it will spread. In the living room, Li Yu sat quietly, muttering to herself. He lightly held a pitch-black book in his hand. On the cover is written, Yin Gui Ju. It was the cultivation technique that was found out by interrogating the demon Dao Laochang. This monster comes from a place called Yin Shizong. The Yin Sha sect did not have a fixed mountain gate, which belonged to the evil sect wanted and suppressed by the Yan state court. The disciples of the disciples often hid in Tibet, and their lives were miserable. According to Lu Chong, their Yin Sha sect leader is a cultivator of the 9th floor of Qi refining. The strength is quite terrifying, and he has killed many martial Dao experts from heavenly origin realm. In the entire Zhujiao County, they are all well-known evil men. Certainly, a small guy like Lu Chong couldn't fall into the eyes of this sect leader. According to Gao Yuan, if you die, you die. No one from the Yin Sha sect will come to investigate. After all, many disciples of Yin Shizong die every year. But Li Yu still felt a little urgent. He thought about it. Open the trade panel directly. Hang up the Yin Gui Ju in his hand. The requirements have changed. It needs human-level high-grade external skills or human-level high-grade Qinggong to exchange. 7%. Chapter 20 The Great Bull Demon Fist is upgraded, a strange beast. Seeking flower evaluation. The strength of a practitioner. The 4 aspects of strength, defense, speed, and skill are the most important. The 4 aspects, any one of which reaches the extreme is quite terrifying. And Li Yu's plan, but it is to take the descendants of the Li family. Become a practitioner who has reached the ultimate in strength, defense, speed, and skill. There is also a spiritual level, but also to reach an extreme. Body refining is the foundation. The stronger the foundation of this level, the greater the advantage in the future. Li Yu whispered. Certainly, he has not heard such a statement in Beimu town for more than a month. But, I read novels for more than 10 years in my previous life, could it be for nothing? Those protagonists, who doesn't have deep roots? So, even collecting cultivation technique takes time. At that time, cultivation will also take time. But he still intends to do it. Cultivator has always been much stronger than same rank practitioner. For example, the 3rd floor of Laochang Qi refining can cut the body refining 6th stage. For example, the 9th floor of Yin Shizong sect leader Qi refining can cut heavenly origin practitioner. But who said that practitioner must be inferior to same rank cultivator? Who said practitioner can't leapfrog and kill cultivator? If in the past, naturally, it is impossible for Li Yu to have such an idea. But who made Li's martial arts so full of personality? Blacken, excited at every turn. Nothing to say all night. The next day, the 2nd child, Li Daolong, returns. In the county seat, he bought 20 copies of medicinal bath materials for Dali Niu Makwan, which cost 320 taels of silver. A price of 16 taels of silver. You brothers and sisters, try the effect immediately. Li Yu waved her hand, looking forward to it. Shortly after. Ding. Your family's martial art, strong Niu demon fist, soaked in the medicinal bath for the first time, and the body and mind were happy, and the soul was blessed to reach the mastery level, and the speed of cultivation increased by 100 times. Your family's martial art, strong Niu demon fist, is soaked in a medicinal bath, intoxicated by it, and the speed of cultivation is increased by 150 times. Your family's martial art, strong Niu demon fist, is soaked in a medicinal bath, intoxicated by it, and the speed of cultivation has increased by 160 times. For a moment, Li Yu immediately felt that she had a new understanding of Dali Niu Maquan. Has reached the mastery level from the initiation level. And the part of Dali Niu Maquan skin training also directly breaks through the first and second floors, reaching the third floor. His skin was itchy and tingling. Visible to the naked eye becomes more resilient. At the same time, a force grew from within his body, which increased his strength by 20%. Comfortable. He narrowed his eyes and sighed. This feeling that one can improve one's strength while sitting still is really blissful. And, as a family martial arts, members of the whole family who have learned Dali Niu Maquan can enjoy the changes at this moment. After Li Zimo left yesterday, he has passed the Great Bull Demon Fist to the rest of the third generation of the family. So, this moment, it can be said that the strength of the Li family has been greatly improved again. Time flies, and 5 days pass in a blink of an eye. There are only 24 days left before the second hostile force arrives. On the training ground, Li Yu sat on the Taishi chair. In front of him, Li Daoyan was practicing the Five Tigers' broken door knife. Qi and blood surged, and streams of hot air rushed out from the top of Li Daoyan's head. The yandao in her hand seemed to have turned into a bloodthirsty tiger, extremely ferocious. One shot. It gives people a kind of tragedy of going forward indomitably and smashing people and horses. There is also the faint sound of tigers roaring non-stop, which makes people feel frightened involuntarily. The speed is also extremely fast, tossing and turning, as swift and violent as a fierce tiger rushing to eat. The Five Tigers' door-severing knife at the Xiaocheng level is really extraordinary. There is also this human-level upper-grade footwork called Tiger's 9 Steps, which is a perfect match with the Five Tigers' door-breaking knife. I think it's because of this that that person is willing to trade. Li Yu said with satisfaction. But the thought of another thing gave him a headache again. These 5 days, whether it is Li Daosu brother and sister, or Li Zimo who is far away in Beiyin County. The 13th Taibao did not break through in horizontal kung fu practice. In 5 days, 1,000 times the speed of practice, calculated to be equivalent to more than 13 years of practice. According to reason, a few people should be able to break through. Especially the eldest son Li Daosu. The longest time I stayed on the 5th floor of the 13 Taibao Henglian training was more than 10 days. This is equivalent to almost 30 years of cultivation. But still no breakthrough. Not enough nutrition. He also had a headache when he thought of this question. Poor culture and rich martial arts. Although the 1,000 times practice acceleration allowed them to absorb a meager amount of energy from the air. But at the 5th floor of the 13 Taibao horizontal training, we have to break through. This meager amount of energy is far from enough. Ordinary meat is almost useless. A more nutritious meat diet is needed. Li Yu understood this very well. It is also known that there is a kind of meat that contains amazing nutrition. Alien meat. Alien beast is a general term for beasts that are very different from ordinary beasts, and they are full of treasures. But the strength is also terrifying. At least have the strength above body refining 7th stage. Trade panels are not for sale. This is currently a good thing that the ancestor group can't get. Father. At this time, Li Daosu hurried over with a happy expression on his face. Zemo wrote back and said that he had already found information about the strange beast from some files in the yamen.